What if the very thing you are rushing toward is the exact thing destroying your future? There once lived a young woodcarver named Elias. Elias lived in a valley known for its master craftsman, but Elias was different. He was deeply ambitious. He didn't just want to be good. He wanted to be recognized as the greatest, and he wanted it immediately. While the older craftsman spent weeks on a single piece of wood, carefully studying its grain and texture, Elias worked quickly. He carved beautiful statues in a matter of hours. People were amazed by his speed. Because he produced so much, he began to make more money than anyone else in the village. Elias would look at the old master of the village, an elderly man named Silas, and laugh quietly to himself. Silas would spend a month carving a single wooden bird. "Why do you waste your life, old man?" Elias asked him one afternoon. "In the time it takes you to make one bird, I have made 50. I have sold them all. I am rich, and you are still sitting in the dust." Silas did not stop carving. He softly blew the dust off his wood and replied, "You are carving for the eyes of today, Elias. I am carving for the hands of tomorrow. Wood remembers how it was treated." Elias rolled his eyes and walked away. He thought the old man was just making excuses for being slow and irrelevant. As months passed, Elias grew wealthier. He bought a grand house. He wore fine clothes. But as his fame grew, so did his greed. He realized that to maintain his lifestyle, he needed to produce even faster. He stopped using the highest quality wood because it took too long to source. He stopped oiling the statues properly because it delayed his shipping. He told himself, "No one will notice. The statues look perfect on the outside." And for a while, he was right. No one noticed. People bought his work based on his name and reputation. He felt invincible. He thought he had cheated time. He thought he had found the ultimate shortcut to success. But life has a strange way of exposing the shortcuts we take. Winter arrived, and it was the harshest winter the valley had seen in a decade. The air was freezing, and the homes were filled with dry heat from the fireplaces. One morning, Elias woke up to a loud knock on his door. It was a wealthy merchant who had bought 20 of Elias's statues just a few months prior. The merchant threw a heavy sack onto Elias's floor. When Elias opened the sack, his heart stopped. Inside were his statues, but they were ruined. Because Elias had rushed the process, because he hadn't properly dried the wood or treated the grain. The dry winter heat had caused every single statue to crack down the middle. They were completely worthless. Within a week, more angry customers arrived. Word spread through the valley and the neighboring cities. "Elias is a fraud," they said. "His work is beautiful for a moment, but it falls apart when the seasons change." In a matter of days, Elias lost his contracts. He had to sell his fine clothes and his grand house to pay back the refunds. He was left with nothing but his tools and a quiet, empty workshop. Broken and humiliated, Elias wandered to the edge of the village. He found himself standing outside the small, dusty workshop of the old master, Silas. Silas was sitting in the exact same chair, working on the exact same type of wooden bird. Elias sat on the floor, put his head in his hands, and wept. "I lost everything," Elias whispered. "I worked harder than anyone. I moved faster than anyone. Why did life punish me?" The old master stopped his carving and looked at the young man. "Life did not punish you, Elias. Life simply revealed what you built." Silas handed the young man the wooden bird he had just finished. It was smooth, heavy and perfectly balanced. When you build something quickly, you're only thinking about the finish line, Silas said gently. But true mastery is not found at the finish line. It is found in the patience of the process. You forced the wood to be something it wasn't ready to be. You ignored its nature just to feed your pride. Silas pointed out the window toward a massive oak tree in the distance. "Look at that tree," the old man said. "If you plant a seed and pull on the stem every day to make it grow faster, what will happen?" Elias wiped his tears and looked up. "You will rip the roots out. The plant will die." "Exactly," Silas smiled. "Growth cannot be rushed. Greatness cannot be forced. The roots must grow deep into the dark soil where no one can see them for a very long time. Only then can the tree survive the harshest winters." Found truth in the old man's words. He had spent his whole life trying to run faster than everyone else, completely forgetting to build a foundation. He wanted the applause of the crowd, but he didn't want the silent, lonely discipline of the craft. The next morning, Elias did not try to win back his wealthy clients. He did not try to carve 50 statues. He walked into the forest, found a single, solid piece of fallen oak, and brought it to his workshop. He sat down, he took a deep breath, and for the first time in his life, he didn't look at the clock. He simply focused on the wood. Many of us are living like the young Elias. We want instant success, instant wealth, instant respect. We look at others who seem to be moving ahead of us and we panic, we cut corners, we compromise our values. We pull on the stem of our own lives, hoping to force the roots to grow. But true success, whether in your career, your relationships, or your character, cannot be hacked. When you rush, you build a life that looks good on the outside but shatters when the winter comes. Don't be afraid to move slowly. Don't be afraid of the days when no one is clapping for you. The unseen hours of hard work, honesty, and patience are the roots that will keep you standing when the storms of life inevitably hit. The question is not, how fast can you build your life? The real question is, will your life remain standing when the seasons change? Patience is not the ability to wait, but the ability to keep a good attitude while waiting.